All right, everybody, welcome to another live session with the Hype Magazine. I'm your editor-in-chief, Jerry Doby, and today I've got the great honor of talking with Big E. He is the current WWE Monday Night Raw champ. He's got a long and storied career as an athlete coming from Iowa. Go Bucks. You know what I mean? Football player, powerlifting champion, wrestling champion on multiple channels. I mean, multiple realms. Tag team champ, SmackDown tag team. Amazing. Thanks for being with us, E.
No, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
All right. So besides my little intro from the outside looking in, or from the inside looking out, tell us about Big E.
Oh, that's a loaded question. So like you said, man, I'm someone who is a WWE champion. It took me a long time to get here. I've been with WWE now for over 12 years, almost, pushing 13 years.
Wow.
But yeah, man, much of my life, I wrestled in high school, was a state champion wrestler, won a national championship in powerlifting, played football at Iowa. And I'm just someone who I've been really blessed to get to this position in my life. And at 35, I feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be in my life, which is really dope to feel like you found the thing that you're supposed to be doing. You're on the path you're supposed to be on.
Right. So, like, what was the defining moment that made you become a professional wrestler?
So there wasn't really a defining moment, I guess, in the sense that, so I was a wrestling fan as a kid, but I never fathomed that I could do this as a job. It never occurred to me. So I played football at Iowa, but I had a bunch of injuries, tore both my ACLs, broke my right patella, tore my left pec, all in 2.5 years. And I said, you know what, maybe this football thing isn't for me. But I was on campus and I actually had a professor, Professor Parrott, who just came up to me one day and said, hey, have you ever considered grad school? And I never really did at the time. And, I didn't have a ton of money. So I was worried about school debt. And she said, you can stay here and you can work as a TA and not have any grad school debt. So, the more I thought about it and trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life, it sounded like something that was worth considering. And I did that. So I stayed on campus. I ended up getting my undergrad degree. Then I started working on my master's. And then one day, I just had someone who I played football with, Mike Humple, who knew someone at WWE and said, hey, they're looking for talent. Is this something you might want to do? And then the whole process started, flew me down to Tampa for a tryout. And Tampa's where I'm from. So everything seemed like it was falling into place. And I'm just someone who just kind of took this job on a whim and thought something I could be good at. And mind you, that was 2009. And 12 plus years later, I'm still doing it.
So professional athlete and entertainer, which part of it do you enjoy the most? The entertainment part or being a professional athlete?
Man, when I first started, it was always about being an athlete. That's the part I missed. And that's the part I wanted to, I felt like I had a void that I wanted to fill with football because I didn't get to live out my football career the way I wanted to. So for me, that's why I got back in, is to still be an athlete. And I just always loved that, man. I've been in athletics, organized sports to some degree since as long as I can remember, since I was a little kid, like doing karate classes at age 4 or 5, But the last several years, I've really just I love entertaining people so much. I love being at a show and being able to look around and someone is smiling or laughing or engaged because of something that I did. And I found so much value. For so much of my life, I always thought, I want to help people. So I want to be a doctor or a lawyer. And I got to Iowa and I realized very quickly when I was pre-med, that is not for me. Pre-med, So, when I first started wrestling, I was trying to find that same fulfillment. And over time, I realized, I might not have people on my table, performing open heart surgery. I might not actually be saving lives in that vein. But what I do love is, I think there really is value in entertainment and the fact that you can take some, even for a couple hours, if you can take away someone's stresses or whatever is going on in their life, if you can help brighten someone's day, even just in those few moments, even if it's just a little bit, I found a lot of fulfillment in that. So that's really something that I have really gravitated to more lately is the entertainment side. I really love.
It's a real special gift to be able to bring people out of their doldrums or out of their everyday life and to give them something to look forward to every Monday. Monday Night Raw airs every Monday at 8 o'clock East Coast.
Right.
On the USA channel, I think. So
exactly.
When I grew up, and I grew up, my mother dated a professional wrestler way back when. I'm 59, so it was a different iteration, of course,
Yeah.
of professional wrestling. But there weren't many people wearing our uniform. Just a select few, Bulldog, Bob Brown, people like that, Junkyard Dog, a couple of people. What does it mean to you to be a representative for the uniform through the WWE and what they're doing to forward the culture of inclusion?
No, I mean, it means a lot to me. My goal is to entertain everyone, people of all races, colors, creeds, whatnot. But I also take a certain pride in being a Black man in this industry and going out there and being we've only had 4 WWE champions who were Black men. And the beautiful thing is, 3 of them, including me, have been since 2019. So I think we're on a really good path in this company as far as just bringing in more Black talent. And what I love too is it doesn't feel like a quota system. It's not like, hey, we need to have more diversity, so just put any old body who's Black and put them in this position. No, you look around, you see, when you look at Sasha Banks, you look at Bianca Belair, Bobby Lashley, Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, just a myriad of Black talent. And they're in these positions, they're in these great positions because they're just that good, because they're worthy, because they're super talented, because they're unique. And that's what I love, is being a part of something where we aren't being put in these positions merely because, hey, we're Black and this is some diversity initiative. What I love is that you look around and you just see so many incredible, dope Black performers. And I love being a part of this era. And I think it's only going to get better. And I think the more we get out there and the more people realize, because I think, we have a lot of people who ardently and passionately watch our product, but we have some fans who may be lapsed, who may not really understand or know how many dope Black performers there are. So my hope and my goal is that for people who aren't paying attention or who aren't aware, that they take a moment to tune in and they see the Bianca Belairs, they see the Sasha Banks, and they realize, man, there are a lot of us and we're doing it well and we're killing it.
Yeah, I admire what you guys are doing, and I'm happy to see. I don't watch very often, but I have kids, my sons watch, and they're religious about it. And my grandmother at one point used to, every Monday night, we in Louisiana we would go and watch the matches live every week. She was a staunch supporter. But what I love about it is that so many of us get a chance to see different opportunities in entertainment outside of being the rapper, you know what I mean, such as that. And it's not just entertainment. You guys are still elite athletes. And what does it take to maintain that status physically?
Yeah, I mean, well, we train serious. I live 4 days a week, do 2 days of cardio, but a big part of staying sharp in your craft is just repetition. And we do a lot of that. We have live events every single week. We're on the road. We're working on our craft, and we're entertaining people in the same vein. So that's a big part of it. And I think a lot of times people tune in and they see SmackDown, they see Raw, they see the pay-per-views, but they don't realize the amount of work that goes into doing this job, because we have untelevised live events, like I said, every single week. And like, there are so many other facets of the job that take your time from you, whether it's doing interviews or appearances, whatever it is. So for us, you just have to make a concerted effort to continue to train hard, to devote yourself to your craft. And that's a big part of it. We also have people who go down to the Performance Center on a weekly basis in Orlando to work on their craft. So it's something to take very seriously. And there's a lot of work that goes into that.
Okay. Do you still enjoy hitting the weight room? I mean, you started out as a power lifter and all that. Do you still enjoy that part of it, or is it just part of the work?
No, it's something that I enjoy. For me, in many ways, the weight room was kind of a sanctuary for me. It was always something where if I was stressed or worried or whatever it was that was on my mind when I was younger, I started working out for real, like learning properly 5 to 6 days a week when I was 12. I started young. It was just something I took to. And I got great genetics too. So I realized very quickly when I could change my body, whatever it was that I was doing in the weight room, I could see these little muscles start to percolate a little bit. know? So for me, it's something that I've always loved and something I've always enjoyed. I don't do as much heavy powerlifting as I used to. I haven't competed in a decade now, but the weight room is still something, still a sanctuary for me.
Okay. So January 1st, day one, it kicks off, brand new season. You guys are opening 2022 with an amazing, amazing event. What are you most looking forward to during that event?
Man, I'm excited. This is the very first time that we've had day one to do it, to start the new year, January 1st in a city like Atlanta is incredible. And for me, I have a fatal four-way for the WWE Championship. That's 3 other former world champions who are gunning for what I have. So this is a monstrous match for me and my career. So the goal is to walk out of Atlanta still WWE champion. And that's what I'm looking forward to. That's what I'm most excited to do.
Okay. All right. What's the most important thing that we should know about Big E, the person?
That is a great question. As much as I am, a WWE superstar, WWE champion, I think for me, what's really important is leaving this earth, or trying to, at least the pursuit of leaving this earth just a little bit better than it was left to me. So that's something that's been important to me. And I hope we all have that mindset. You know, we've had a rough couple of years for a lot of us. And I know it can sound cliche, but we are really in this thing together, man. I hope we continue to look out for each other, to be empathetic, to listen to each other, to take care of each other, because as far as I know, we only have this one life. And I hope we best cherish that.
That's right. That's right. You know, in a day and age where people job hop constantly, 13 plus years in the same gig, you know, is a big statement. It takes a lot of intestinal fortitude nowadays to stay in the same gig. What message do you have for those that are coming up in this microwave generation and get quickly dissatisfied and continue to move on?
Well, I think for me, and I can only speak to my experiences, and I think for me, what's really helped me is just staying the course. You know, there are times where, and no job is going to be perfect. No job is going to always be fun every day with no stressors. You know, you're definitely going to have your downs, and this is a job that requires a lot of you. You're gone a lot. You're on the road a lot. But for me, it's just been important to stay the course, even through the ups and downs, to know this is where I want to go. This is my goal. This is where my path is going to take me, and I'm going to stay on that path. And I tell a lot of times it's just a matter of not taking yourself out of the game. Right. When you stay in the game, you deal with the ups and downs, and you just stay the course, because a lot of people sometimes will fall to the wayside, will end up leaving. And sometimes you never know when that opportunity is going to open up for you. And when you stay in the game, when you continue to do the work, when you have your eyes set on where you want to go and you're sure of that, man, that for me has been the godsend. Because there are times in the past where I could have given up, I could have walked away, and I would have missed out on so many incredible things in my career, so many opportunities I would have missed out on if I decided, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. I can't take it anymore. So that's something I'd encourage a lot of people to do, is just, if you know what you want out of life, if you know what your goals are, is to stay on that course, continue to do the work. Don't let, outside voices sway you, because it's easy to get on Twitter real quick. You get online and you take in that outside noise and those voices, and it can be easy to be sidetracked. So stay the course, keep your eyes on where you want to go, and stay in the game.
Okay. A lot of elite athletes from the Olympics, Raven Saunders, the gymnasts, have talked about, the importance of mental health. And also as an elite athlete, how do you take care of your mental health, and what got you through the pandemic part?
Oh, that's been big for me. One of the things that I will credit effusively is meditation. And I got into guided meditation a few years ago. I had a friend who suggested getting on the Headspace. And, it was something I would kind of do sporadically, but I would have an excuse. Like, if I had a morning flight and I had to get up early, I would skip it, or if I was tired. But during the pandemic, especially when it started, I told myself, when you're home every day, because we went from being on the road, maybe 5 days a week, to now I'm sitting at home every single day, and we were still shooting our shows, but we would do one show a week, and it would be in Central Florida. So it was either Orlando or Tampa or St. Petersburg. And these were all drivable. So I wasn't having to get on planes anymore. So I said, with all this time now, if you can't really devote yourself to meditating 10 to 15 minutes a day, then you have no excuses. So that was something that I decided to do on a regular basis every single day, was to meditate, whether it was the morning or the afternoon. And it's been a godsend. And for me, it wasn't like I had this eureka moment overnight, but it was just that consistency of doing it every single day, of being devoted to it, of being more mindful. It's helped me be more present, to enjoy life more, just to be grateful for life, man, to be grateful for every single day. I have the use of my limbs. I can walk around. I'm healthy. I'm happy. I've been blessed just so much in my life. And it can be easy to focus on the negatives. It can be easy to focus on the jet lag or the fatigue or frustrations, whatever it is. But I think when you walk around with that real gratitude, grateful for just the small things in life, grateful for every single moment with your friends, with your family, with your loved ones, that constant gratitude has really helped me enjoy my life more. And again, I'm someone who really needed this because, I've really struggled with depression for a long time. Ages 19 to 23 for me were very, very difficult. And I definitely had some very, very serious mental health struggles. So I'm really grateful to be on this side of it, to better understand my mind, and to know now that I have the tools to get through the rough times, the hard times. Is now I know, hey, you're not just out here alone. I know I have resources and tools. So that's been a real blessing for me, as meditation and just having that daily spiritual practice, I think, is so important, whether it's going on a walk, whether it's journaling, whether it's shadow work, whatever it is that you can find that works for you. That, I think, is something that's really important, is just that consistency of working on yourself and your mind. And it's been a life changer for me.
Okay. I know you've got a busy schedule. I want to respect your time. Thank you so much for the time that you spent with us. I wish you much continued success, and, just thank you for being one of the leaders that we get to see on a weekly basis, and then our kids can look up to as well. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Peace.